Well, yeah, I've been blessed, truly blessed. It's a wonderful day and greatest day of my life, and I guess everything is going to be fine. And we're just going to go out there and race hard. I don't know, man. We just try to do our best out there. I don't know what to tell you. Just try to go fast. That's all I know how to do. Try to go fast. Well, yeah, I've been blessed, truly blessed. It's a wonderful day and greatest day of my life, and I guess everything is going to be fine. And we're just going to go out there and race hard. I don't know, man. We just try to do our best out there. I don't know what to tell you. Just try to go fast. That's all I know how to do. Try to go fast. And welcome to today's Rowdy.com Big Six. It's actually three big issues.
I dropped my gum out.
But we call it the Big Six because Gum Out, one of our sponsors, Gum Out Regain Fuel System Cleaner, take a good look,
you
cleans 6 of 6 engine parts.
Right, as opposed to its competitor, Lucas,
which cleans only 3.
Yeah.
So.
And you have the high mileage version there.
Yes, I do.
I have just the normal mileage version.
But, well, we're going to put some high mileage on today's NASCAR big burning issues. And what you got?
Well, there's a rumor floating out there, reported by Randy Pemberton via Sirius NASCAR 128, that says Mark Martin is going to be over at Red Bull Racing next season, and Casey Kane is, in fact, going to climb behind the wheel of the number 5 car.
I don't care how much Red Bull Mark Martin drinks. He's still going to be the same old Mark Martin. But I think the key issue here, the thing you want to think about is this. Mark Martin said, hey, I'm going to be in this 5 car next year. That's where I want to be. That's where I'm going to be. And he knew, or he thought it would be probably his last full time at Hendrick Motorsports. That's why he went out and sort of helped recruit Casey Kane for that ride in 2012. But when you put a guy in that situation of lame duck year, especially Casey Kane, it seems to me that almost always the guy gets into his ride the following season. It happened to Jamie McMurray, and it's probably going to happen to Casey Kane. I think this rumor has some validity. It makes some sense.
Well, it especially makes sense in light of Tony Stewart saying there's about a 0% chance we're going to expand to a 3rd car next season. But I can't help thinking about the incongruity of Mark Martin at Red Bull Racing. I thought GoDaddy was a bit of a stretch in terms of driver sponsor match. Red Bull, even further of a stretch.
I don't know if it's further of a stretch. It seems like the same damn thing to me.
Red Bull, Mark Martin does not fit the Red Bull brand. He doesn't fit the Red Bull vibe.
On the other hand,
and the other question is, will it be a 3rd Red Bull car? One would assume, based on, I guess, depending on what happens with Brian Vickers.
Maybe Scott Speed is not too long for his ride.
I don't know. They developed Scott Speed.
I know, but at some point, here's the thing. Maybe Mark Martin does fit the Red Bull image because maybe his youthful exuberance, at least behind the wheel of the race car, proves that this is like an age-defying drink.
Can you see Mark Martin with a backwards baseball hat or a stocking cap or something like that, or a T-shirt on?
The man listens to rap, Cutler.
Okay.
Issue number 2.
All right, issue number 2. Our good buddy, Jeff Gluck, over at SBNation.com, put out a blog that I thought was pretty interesting. Actually, not a blog, a poll. The question is, what is Jeff Gordon's greatest accomplishment? Here are the choices that Jeff Gluck gives you.
Okay.
4 Cup titles.
Pretty good.
82 victories.
Pretty darn good.
Helping take NASCAR to the mainstream.
Yeah.
Or bringing Jimmy Johnson into Hendrick Motorsports.
Well, I mean, D is pretty interesting, but that's not his greatest accomplishment.
No, and I'm sure he wouldn't think of it that way.
No. I think the interesting thing to me is that if you A plus B, in this case, to me, equals C. The guy's won 4 Cup titles and 82 wins, and that's what's brought, with his image being kind of like the California kid, even though he moved from California to Indiana, his image, his sort of contemporary image, has brought NASCAR to the mainstream. So I'm going to say C. Bringing NASCAR to the mainstream was his greatest accomplishment. I'm
going to agree with you, but I'm going to take a slightly different tack in justifying it. I think that Jeff Gordon started to bring NASCAR into the mainstream long before 82 victories and
Certainly
long before
he did.
four Cup titles. I think right off the bat, he was a good race car driver, but he was a different cat in terms of the way he presented himself in the media center and on pit road and in post-race interviews. And he did start to bring the modern era of NASCAR into being. He's the guy who sort of started that snowball rolling down the mountain. So I'm going to say C as well, but I think it's sort of in some ways predated his on-track accomplishments.
Well, all I'm saying is it's his talent that's allowed him to get the 4 championships and the 82 wins. But you combine that talent with his image and the way he handles himself and where he's from. and his age, his generation, and that I think has brought NASCAR into the modern era. Issue number 3.
Issue number 3, we heard Todd Parrott, not only, what was it, last week, the week before, he got booted from the 17 car. Now he's heading over to Richard Petty Motorsports to reunite with Elliott Sadler. He will be crew chiefing Elliott Sadler in the number 19 ride for Richard Petty Motorsports.
Well, they've had some success before, and I think they've had probably Elliott's best success was with Todd Parrott. And you forget that of guys that are crew chiefing right now, you got Knaus with around 50 wins. You got Zipadelli with around, 30, 32 wins. And then you got Todd Parrott with like 29 wins. And that no one else is really close. So Todd Parrott has a lot of wins as a crew chief. But correct me if I'm wrong, the last of those might have come with Elliott Sadler back in
I think it
2004.
probably did. It was definitely Elliott Sadler's last 2 wins. I mean, he's only had 3 wins. It was also the last time Elliott Sadler ever finished in the top 10 in points. The only time
Made the chase that
he
year.
ever finished in the top 10 in points was with Todd Parrott.
Won that race in California leading up to the chase and made the chase that year.
I also think, though, you can't underestimate the fact that Todd Parrott has been with Roush all these years. Doesn't Richard Petty get their engines from Roush?
Sure, but I think the thing about Todd Parrott is he's been a Yates guy over the years. Yates has been folded into Richard Petty Motorsports.
Right, but
and so I think
but what I'm saying
this is, in a sense, coming home for Todd Parrott because he's always been a Yates guy. Even when he was with Petty Enterprises and Bobby Labonte, he went home to Yates. Then he's over at Roush. He's, in a sense, going home to Yates.
Well, and remember at the Charlotte Media Tour, Elliott Sadler said, this is a make or break year for me. So far, it's been a lot more break and not
It
so
has.
much make.
Yep.
So perhaps just the mindset of, okay, I know I've won with this guy in the past.
Comfort level.
That emotional place of, all right, I've won with him before, I can win with him again, might help Elliott salvage what is left of the 2010 season.
And obviously, Todd Parrott, for those first few races with Matt Kenseth, did a pretty good job. Maybe not so much since then. All
Well,
right.
and didn't we understand that the reason he got booted was more organizational than
Yes.
performance?
That's what Jack Roush sort of implied.
All right, this has been the Big Six.
The Big Six.
Brought to you by Gum Out Regain Complete Fuel System Cleaner.
And the high mileage version.
Try it if you haven't already.
Yeah, it tastes delicious. For your car.
Tastes like chicken.
Tastes good to your car.
Yeah. If your car could talk, it would tell you that this stuff tastes good to me.
Yes, it would.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.